Good morning, students. We have started with the communication system earlier, and we know communication is the process by which we send information to the user. There are various ways to send the information to the user. Nowadays, we are following the sinusoidal mode of communication, in which we have sinusoidal carrier wave and the sinusoidal message signal. As we know, there is a process called modulation, in which low frequency message signal is superimposed on the high frequency carrier wave so that the message can be sent to long distance. So in the today's class, we will be dealing with the block diagrams of the various steps involved in the production of the amplitude modulated wave and also the sending of amplitude modulated wave and receiving with detection. So let us start with the process. As all of you know that we are having a device which is called the transmitter. Transmitter is the one which transmits the signal. We are having the source of message signal as it is clearly written here. So the message signal is given to amplitude modulator, which modulate the carrier wave, and the output obtained is passed through power amplifier. Now power amplifier, it strengthens the signal, increase the intensity of signal so that the losses, if takes place, are less. From the power amplifier, the signal is transmitted using transmitting antenna. How amplitude modulator works? We are having a very simple setup, the elementary setup, which involves the source of message signal, which produce sinusoidal message signal in the form AM sin omega mt. The carrier is also sinusoidal type. The output produced by these two waves is xt, which is the sum of these two waves. Now this wave is passed through a square law device. This square law device works according to a square function. Say for example, it is working with bxt plus cxt square. The output which is obtained is passed through band pass filter. This band pass filter allows certain frequencies to pass through it, and rest of the frequencies are not allowed to pass. So the frequencies which are desired passes through band pass filter, and we are getting the so-called as amplitude modulated wave. But it is this amplitude modulated wave which in the transmitter area is passed through power amplifier, and from power amplifier it is given to transmitting antenna. I hope this is clear. If we quickly revise this point, so we find that we are having a source of message signal. This message signal produces sinusoidal wave as it is according to our course. So the message signal which is sinusoidal and the carrier wave which is also sinusoidal, they are passed through amplitude modulator, which uses band pass filter and square law device to give the amplitude modulated wave, which is passed through power amplifier, so that you are getting the signal which can be sent through transmitting antenna. The signal which is produced is moving through the communication channel and it is received by the receiver. Now we have discussed earlier also, antenna is a vital part of the communication system which is capable of receiving as well as transmitting the signal. The signal which is transmitted by a transmitter antenna moves to receiver antenna. Now this receiver antenna receives the signal and passes it to amplifier. The amplified signal moves to intermediate frequency stage, IF stage. Now this intermediate frequency stage helps to lower down the carrier frequency to intermediate level, and then the signal which is obtained from IF stage moves to detector. Again it is amplified and used by the receiver. We are having a very simplified detector circuit. The AM wave, as all of you know, that is represented by the upper and the lower wave. Now this amplitude modulated wave is passed through rectifier. Now we know rectifier is the one which will help to remove the lower half. So rectifier rectified the image, so the lower half of EM wave is cut off. Now once it is cut off, it is passed through envelope detector. Again, the envelope detector name indicates it helps to check the peak voltages which are obtained and then reconstruct the wave which is used by the receiver. So in cut short, if we revise, so we find that the communication system involving sinusoidal wave is having the source of message signal. We are having a source of carrier wave. The two waves which are produced from their produced by their sources pass through amplitude modulator. This amplitude modulator uses the square law device and it also uses the band pass filter to give the desired amplitude modulated wave, which after amplification using power amplifier is transmitted. The transmitted signal is received by the receiver antenna at the receiver end. After amplification, it is passed through intermediate frequency stage. I have just told you, it brings the carrier frequency to the lower level. Then detector, which consists of mainly the rectifier and envelope detector. Now rectifier rectifies the signal and envelope detector helps to form the original signal. The signal which is obtained from envelope detector is amplified and used. So with this we have finished the 4 important block diagrams of the communication system, which involve your transmitter circuit, which involve your receiver circuit, it involves your AM wave production and the detector circuit. So please revise what has been done in the class and be thorough with all the block diagrams, because in the examination you may be asked straight away to draw the block diagram of a particular case, say for example transmitter or receiver or like this, or you may be given the block diagram with identification. Say for example there will be X written here, square law device, then you have to identify which is this particular part and what is this particular part and the functions of that. Fine. If there is any doubt, you can ask.